Hey everybody, hey Soul Tribe. So I have been nonstop cleaning the last few days, and I have been working on my cosmic newsletter for January and the new year, and the Six of Swords just flew out. This is all about clear passage and movement and momentum. And as I was channeling this newsletter, if you're not signed up, please get signed up for it. This is going to be a really special newsletter this month. But oh, the Page of Cups just flew out. I'm asking Spirit, well, as I was channeling this newsletter, Spirit just stopped me and was like, you need to do a reading right now. And I was like, okay. So sorry, everything keeps shaking. My dog keeps moving the the computer. All right, so we've had a lot come out so far. We had the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Fountain reversed, the Lovers upright, the King of Swords, the Hanged Man, the King of Wands, and the Seven of Coins. So I'm going to pull some clarifiers for each of these, and then we will get into the reading. Sorry about that. All right, try and move my dog out of the way so he'll stop jiggling the computer, the camera. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, what I'm feeling that is coming through, I mean, this wasn't planned. I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm not really camera ready. I just got the initial, it's time to do a reading right now. So I just set up my camera and did it. It's funny, the last month I feel like I've just been getting so clear and such concise messages, and how fast they come in and how quickly I'm moving on them. Like, I've really stepped into my power in such a big way, and there's so much coming in with this new year, and I'm really excited to share more with you guys. Not only readings and whatnot, but more of just channel messages, what's coming through for the collective, what I'm doing in my world, and how that is going to affect business and what I'm offering. And I'm super stoked for 2023. So this is just like a bonus reading that I hope you guys are excited about too. Can I get one more clarifier for each of these last cards? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so here we go. Are you guys ready? Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first card, we got the Page of Cups with the Knight of Swords reversed. This is like for multiple groups of people. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You may resonate with 2 or 3 of the groupings. You may resonate with a bunch of them. You may only resonate with one. So you may want to stick around and listen to all of them. So this first one, we have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords reversed, and the Moon reversed. Some of you are waiting for an offer, or are ready to offer your heart and your, what's the word I'm looking for here? There's an offering of love coming in, or you've been nurturing some sort of offering of love within yourself that you're ready to give someone. With this Knight of Swords reversed and the Moon reversed, what I'm getting really clearly is not to hold back on this. Don't wait. If you're really, don't overthink it. Don't get caught up in your head. If it's on your heart, it's time, and your emotions are involved, and you're in a place where, you know, you're feeling this openness and the overflow from your heart. This is when you want to share it. This is when you want to open up and come clean. So if you are the one that has been nurturing a message of love, go ahead and open up and share that. Don't overthink too much about it, because you're going to stop yourself from doing it. And what Spirit's saying is they're really I'm getting like, I'm getting like choked up, like teary-eyed, and like my heart is like overflowing, and it's like I just want to start crying right now because there's like this overwhelming sense of like love that's wanting to be shared. So if this is you, if you've been holding back from sharing your heart or sharing this nurturing love-filled message, or you're expecting a love-filled message, this is for your person. And one thing that you can do is you can, if you're waiting for this, you feel like it's coming in, one thing you can do for that person, or the people or whoever it is that you're feeling that this might be coming from, because our sixth sense is really heightened right now. If you're feeling that it's coming from somebody else and you don't think that they're going to be watching this video, you can sit with their energy and actually let them know it's safe to come forward. Let them know you're ready to hear what it is they have to say. Allow yourself to be open to receiving, not only from them, but from the universe, and just allow yourself to open up more to receive. Again, don't get caught up in your head and don't get caught up in your emotions of why or why not you should do this or shouldn't do that. But really the most beautiful part of this is that if this isn't you coming in with the love offering, if this is somebody else that you feel might be coming in or that you've been waiting to come in, you can let them know how safe it is to come in, and then just open yourself up, surrender, give yourself over to the universe, and just say, I'm ready to receive all the love offerings that are coming to me, whether that's from the universe, whether that's from your career, whether that's from a special person. Oh my goodness. And if you have, I'm super thirsty. But if you guys have been really, really thirsty, just know we're going through a lot of ascension symptoms right now. And one of them is we need to drink a lot more water. I can share more with you about ascension symptoms in the end, but these are kind of like light flu-like symptoms. They don't really get worse, but there's a lot of body aches. There's a lot of headaches, ear ringing, very vivid dreams. Maybe you can't even sleep because your brain feels so overly active. So just know there's a lot coming through right now, and we're ascending, we're moving a lot of energy, we're processing a lot of energy. And with this, we need to drink a lot of water, we need to ground every day, and we need to get outside and either engage with the sun, either doing sun gazing where you have the sun coming at you and you close your eyes actually and you look just through your eyelids directly at the sun, like close your eyes but put yourself in the direction of the sun to where all that light is filtering through your eyelids. So you can do that either sunrise or sunset, or you can do it when the sun's out, but getting that vitamin D and actually being outside, working with the earth, working with the garden, or just going outside and going for a walk without headphones, without music, all that stuff is going to really help you ground. Okay, so this next group of people, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the World reversed with the Ace of Cups reversed. So some of you out there may be feeling very stuck, very much in a limbo state, in that liminal space, in that void space. Maybe you're thinking, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where my life's going. I just lost my job or I just quit, and I'm was moving towards something and that fell through. It just feels like there is this sense of feeling lost. It's not even a sense of loss. It's like you're happy about what you let go of or what you walked away from, but what you're moving towards, nothing has landed yet. So you're in this deep liminal space, this deep void, the magic dark. And with that, interestingly enough, just know the Wheel of Fortune will turn in your favor and the world will open up to you and you will be getting this new opportunity that is something that is a soul and heart desire. It's not here yet, but what Spirit's telling me is they're wanting me to share with you. I have a new 9-week program that is called Mastering the Void, and what it is learning how to master this in between, learning how to master the magic dark, and we'll go through this over a 9-week period, but we're not starting until February. So we're starting that one February 2nd. But what's really interesting in manifestations is when we say that we want something, we have to let go of what isn't aligned with that and what isn't working ahead of time. And then we're in this gap, right? And so when we're in that gap, that's a space that is very uncomfortable for most people because we're so used to having a ground beneath us, to having a purpose and a direction of what we're doing and where we're going. And when everything feels kind of up in the air and there's nothing to hold on to, it feels very unsettling to our ego and to our humanness, right? And so just know, I'm getting like kind of choked up again. Just know that the wheel will turn in your favor and the world will be your oyster, and you will get that new opportunity coming in that is so aligned with what it is that you want. You just have to hold the faith right now. I would like to go into so much detail about all the things that you can do, but I can't really share it because this is part of my my program. And so if you'd like to sign up for that, the link is in my bio. On my website, and so please go check that out. It may be something that is really resonating with you on how to like navigate this. But what I'm sensing and what I'm getting so clearly is that you're walking away from the right things. You're walking away from the things that didn't feel good to you anymore, that didn't feel like they were in alignment. And as you said goodbye to those things, even though you're stepped away or you're stepping away from that, because nothing has landed, your faith has to be stronger than your doubt or the belief in what's happening in your physical reality. Okay, this is going to be the kicker here. What Spirit is saying is that you're not going to see evidence of it quite yet. And so your faith of knowing that something better is coming and that it's going to be so aligned with your heart and your soul and what it is that you want, that it's going to be even better than you can imagine. Okay, like I'm getting choked up again because it's like this excitement and this overwhelming sense of like I think even the tears might come out, this overwhelming sense of like peace and just like, fuck, this is what I've been asking for. This is what I've wanted. Like, thank you so much. Like, that's how you're going to be. That's how your energy is going to be when it does land. But your faith, you have to hold that faith that that's what's coming for you, okay? So don't let doubt get in the way. When you aren't seeing anything come into your physical reality in the timeline in which you want to see it, don't let that doubt creep up, okay? Keep holding the faith. Okay. Whew. Man, that was a big one. All right, I just need to clear for a second. Whew. That was a lot of emotion coming up for that one. Okay, and then there are some of you that have been working on your finances, that have been really stepping into your power, that have been harnessing and balancing your feminine and masculine, and things are starting to move for you. But what I'm getting really clearly is there's a sense of balance that needs to be struck between the flow of you doing and you receiving, the doing and receiving. Don't let yourself get burnt out in the doing, and don't get too caught up in the receiving. Don't go too far into the feminine receiving mode, where you aren't taking like inspired action, like right now when Spirit's like, you need to stop and do a reading, and I just stopped dead in the center of what I was writing and literally just turned on my computer and got my cards and sat down and started. So those are the types of inspired action, like not being like, okay, I'll do that a little later. It's like when you get it, you do it right then and there, okay? So for some of you, that semblance of balance is needed in order for you to really harness and anchor in all these things that you're wanting in your physical reality. Because we had the Fountain reversed and Temperance reversed, and both of these are major arcana, right? The only one upright was this Knight of Coins. And so the Knight of Coins is just in the kind of the beginning. We have the Page and then the Knight of Coins. So you're like learning how to get your bag. You're learning how to really stand on your own 2 feet and really support yourself, really stand in your power, right? And you're like I was saying, your feminine and masculine aspects of yourself are recalibrating back to balance, but there is Spirit saying there's just like this necessity to really watch it. Like, don't think you've arrived quite yet to where you don't have to do anything anymore, because if you go too far in your feminine, or you are too far in your masculine and the doing, or the feminine and the receiving, if you're too far in one or the other, that you're going to get out of balance, and that flow, this fountain flow, which is trickling right now, will stay a trickle, right? But we want to keep that momentum going. So in order to keep that momentum going and to really have a geyser and have these turn around, that balance needs to be struck between the two, okay? And then for those of you that are waiting for a relationship, we had the Lover's card, the Two of Cups, and the Justice card come out all upright. I personally am calling in my divine masculine, and I've been feeling him, I've been channeling him, telepathically communicating with him, energetically, like we're very, very connected, and I just feel like any day now he is about to walk into my life. So if this is something that you've been feeling too, the Lover's card is here with the Two of Cups. That's the balance, that's the offering, that's you two coming together. And then the Justice card is justice, right? It's like divine justice being served, that it's like this is a divine union. If you are in a twin flame or soulmate relationship, this is a divine union coming in. This Two of Cups is like a offering of love, of saying like, yes, I'm ready to commit, I'm ready to step fully in, I'm ready to be here and, you know, live life with you, grow together with you. I'm giving you my heart, and let's make this official. The Justice card can be very much about proposals. It can be very much about marriage and making it quote unquote official, right? So for those of you that are in a divine counterpart relationship and have been feeling your masculine or feminine coming online, coming in strongly, if you've been dreaming about them a lot, if there has been more action and like momentum and energy that has been like pumping into your field, into your dreams, into your reality, then it means it's almost here. So this is just your reconfirmation that it's coming and it's divine. Like Spirit is behind this 1000% and is either bringing them to you or bringing you to them. This kind of goes back in with that first message, right? If you have a heartfelt message to share with somebody, don't hold back. Or if you are feeling your person coming forward, or you've been feeling like the universe wanting to bring you something, being open and letting the universe, letting that your person, letting the job or, you know, the client or whatever, know that it's safe with you. It's safe to open up and to share. Okay. That's a beautiful one and really makes me smile, because I've been feeling this so strongly. I feel like maybe it's even today or tomorrow, you know, like right at the first of the year. I don't know why, but it's just like, it's so strong in my field right now that I'm like, it's done. It's done. Like, it's happened. It's done. I Priya. Okay, so then for another group of you, we have the King of Swords reversed, the Ten of Cups reversed, and the Empress reversed. So there have been some of you that have been either working really hard to rebuild your foundations, to step into having everything that you want, are aligning to your desires and really only accepting and bringing things in. Like, you've set your boundaries, you've been really clear about what you want, you are standing in your power, but nothing has quite landed or happened yet, right? Nothing is fully nothing has fully come into fruition. And so with that, what's interesting is that your ability to help it come into fruition is very much something that can happen. You don't have to do this on your own. You don't have to be what's the word I'm looking for? Byproduct of your circumstance, right? Like, you just keep living as if it is already happened. You keep living as if you are doing it. You keep living as if it is already here. And as you do that, all the things that you want, all your heart's desires are coming into being. You are becoming this King of Swords who's the fastest, quickest king in the deck. His thought process, super witty, super smart. And then the Empress is you standing fully in your power. It's like, even though nothing has solidified in your physical reality yet, you keep living as if. Again, just like that other group where it was like your faith needs to be stronger than your doubt or than what's happening in your physical reality. You don't let your circumstances dictate how you feel. You don't let your circumstances dictate how you show up. You keep showing up like that millionaire. You keep showing up like you have everything you want. You keep showing up in that energy that you know when it lands, it's going to be better than you can ever imagine. And it's going to bring you to tears because it's so fucking good. Okay? That is where you need to be. These are very beautiful and like how they weave back and forth towards other groupings. So that's why what came through really clearly earlier, it's like you may resonate with a lot of them or you may resonate with just a few, but to watch all of them because they're like interconnected. Okay, so we've got another grouping here. The Hanged Man reverse, the Queen of Cups upright, and the High Priestess. For some of you, you have been in limbo. You have been looking at things from a different perspective. You have been kind of, life has been turned upside down for you. And in that being turned upside down, you have started to see things from a different perspective, from a broader perspective, from a place of understanding and like the bigger picture. And so through that, not only have you become the Queen of Cups, but you're also stepping into this High Priestess energy. You are getting what you want. You are seeing elements and inklings of that future reality coming into being, right? It's like you're living on two different timelines right now. You've anchored in your power. You've stepped into this High Priestess energy, and this Queen of Cups is you're really aligned with your heart. So Spirit's saying, good fucking job. Pat yourself on the back. You are doing great. And just keep holding your power, holding your boundaries as we step into 2023. Just know that everything's about to expand for you. Everything is feeling more and more expansive. And I just want you to do this right now. Bring your hands around your heart and imagine a ball of light here at your heart. And imagine you surrounding your heart in this light. And then I just want you to spread out like this and expand and feel that light expand. Feel your energy expand, and then keep doing this from the center, from your heart outward, and you'll start to feel your actual field starting to expand. And you can do this every day in both directions. You know, you can come from your heart front and back, and then outwardly and up and out and down, and feel like literally expand your field, expand your energy field, your energetic field, your auric field, your magnetic field. As you do that, more and more is going to come in for you. That gave me goosebumps and chills. I mean, I'm sure you guys felt that too when you're expanding and opening up your field. You can feel that energy expanding. It's so beautiful. Okay. So then we have another grouping, the King of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Three of Coins. So some of you may be moving, or you may be moving careers, jobs, or homes, or you may have just moved. what I'm getting very clearly is it's on the precipice. Like it maybe hasn't even landed yet. Or maybe you just got the news that you have to move out, or that you've only got this much longer at your job, or you've just given your 2 weeks or something. But what I'm getting very, very clearly is with the King of Wands and the Eight of Wands, that you're getting a lot of signs and synchronicities about this move, about this transition, about this like spiritual upgrade. And it's a big upgrade. With this Three of Coins reversed, this isn't collaborative. This isn't, um, you're not doing this with someone. This is for you and you alone. Spirit's literally giving you a huge up level. And this move is, you're already, like I'm saying, you're already getting signs and synchronicities, messages. You may be very, like, privy to understanding, like, right before I moved to California. It's like I knew I was leaving, but I didn't know where I was going at the beginning of the year. I think this was in 2011. And by the end, I was like end of summer, yeah, like July or something like that. And June or July, I can't remember. I think it was June into July, actually. So I had planned a trip out there, and what was really interesting was that I just knew that I was going to move there after I visited. Like I started getting all these signs and synchronicities. Like I would turn on the you know music in the car, and the singer would say something about California. The song was California, like Hotel California, or like Delta Spirit has a song called California. And yeah, so it's just really interesting. Like I would hear it all the time in music. I would drive and like see California license plates. They would like jump out at me. I would see California, the street, and that would jump out at me. And I'm like, I think I'm moving to California. And then like literally when it happened and when I got the offer, it was like, oh my God, that happened so fast. So Spirit's bringing you messages like that. Again, when I moved to Mexico, I felt really drawn there. I was like, I really want to spend time in Mexico. I was looking for artist residency, and I got an artist residency, but it was not in the way that I expected to get it. And I got to go down there and stay for free at a friend's house, and then stay for free with another friend. And then he's the one that actually held a residency because he's an artist. And so it was just such a beautiful thing. But it's like I knew I was going to Mexico. I knew Mexico was where my heart wanted to go. So pay attention to what your heart is saying. Pay attention to what the signs and synchronicities are, and know that this isn't in collaboration with anybody else. This is you getting a major up level. And that's not to say if you're in a relationship that you're not going to move with your partner someplace. Like maybe you are, but it's like you're doing it together, but it's your up level. And where you're being taken, what they're telling me is where you're being taken is so aligned with what it is that you and your soul want, that literally it's like everything's going to align and open up for you, and it's going to happen very, very quickly. Okay, and for the last group, we have the Seven of Coins reversed, the Four of Coins reversed, and the Nine of Wands. This feels very, very much in conclusion to that last one. It doesn't feel like a separate group, actually. What I'm getting very clearly, what Spirit's saying is you tending to your garden and tending to the things that you need to tend to is necessary, and not to be, how do you say this? Don't be chintzy. Don't sell yourself short. Don't allow yourself to stay in the oppressive and thoughts of like society and how it has to be, like you can literally manifest whatever it is that you want. So don't limit yourself in your manifestations. Don't say, well, if I'm only making, $60,000 a year, it would be so nice to make $75,000 a year doing what I'm doing just somewhere else or whatever, like if that's not what you want to do anymore, get radically honest with yourself. Tend to your garden, really nurture what it is that you are really desiring, what structure of life you really want to live, and honor how much money you're wanting to make. Honor exactly where you want to be, where your soul is wanting to be. Like, this is you nurturing and tending to your garden of your soul. It's like, what is your soul asking for, and are you listening? And if you are listening, what is that number? Maybe it's not just $15,000 more. Maybe you're being asked to stretch further. I can tell you very, very clearly that in my mind, when I was doing a practice around money, like I was doing a manifestation for money to bring in more clients, I was being very pragmatic about how that money would come in. But there's miracle money. Miracle money exists. And maybe you're being asked to be bigger and to, like, maybe your soul knows more is available for you and that you're supposed to have more. So don't limit yourself. So my point in that story, and which is so funny when I work with clients around money, and we start to heal the money wounds, and when I ask them to get really clear on what it is that their soul is saying, how much they should be making monthly or yearly, it always blows them away how much more their higher self or spirit is actually telling them. For myself, when I was doing mine, this was a year or so ago, I was like, oh, like it would be so great to make, $30,000 a month. And when I finally like got quieted down and stopped doing my visioning and my reverse engineering, my mind map and all that stuff, I really sat with my soul and I said, okay, how much are you showing me that I can make? Like, what is the actual number that I should be writing down here? Because for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like $30,000 a month. And you know what the number was? $120,000 a month. Not a year. That's 6 figures a month. That's what they said. And I said, okay, I'll take it. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I will write that down. And that is written down. And I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. So don't sell yourself short. When we stick to our linear mind, when we allow ourselves to think our way through things and what we've seen as possible, that doesn't work. I mean, it does, but it's like, if you're destined for more, if you're meant for more, you need to tap in and really listen to that, and you need to get radically honest with yourself, and you need to write that down and become aware of that. Put that in your field, because quantum healing and quantum leaps are real. We're working within the quantum field right now. And don't limit yourself. Don't be chintzy. If you want something in that new place that you really, really desire, whether that's wood floors, high ceilings, lots of light, a washer and dryer in your space, like a view if you're living in a city with a condo, or you're, just a town, you want a view, you don't want to look at somebody else's backyard. Like, put all that stuff down. Get radically honest with yourself about that. Like, the more honest you are with yourself around what it is that your soul wants, the more you can start to get attuned to that frequency and start working with spirit and your oversoul to see what it is that you need to be doing to get into that frequency, okay? Like, this year feels very, very abundant. It feels very, very active. It already feels like there's a lot of momentum behind whatever it is that you've been working on. So just stay on your trajectory. Be really cognizant and clear with the signs and synchronicities coming in and the messages that you're getting. And then from there, always move on your inspired action and don't sell yourself short, right? Like, go big or go home. And with that being said, I actually have a few different offerings. I have my Align by Design and Fuck Yes, which are 2 courses. Align by Design is a 4-month course, and Fuck Yes is a 5-month course for women only. But both of these, you can go read the sales pages on those. They're on my website. Both of those are helping you heal the BS, to clear and transmute all the stuff that's been keeping you blocked, to help you really make those quantum leaps in your life, because we're doing quantum healing, and I'm got you. I'm supporting you the whole way through. And just so you know, the price goes up, I think, on the 1st. So tomorrow the price goes up. So check those sales pages if you want to save money. They're still an early bird. I love you guys, and I would love for you to join if it feels like it's aligned for you. Okay, so I pulled some oracle cards. We got Fire and Rain, Way of the Wanderer, and the Shadow Realm. So I'm going to start with Fire and Rain. There is contrast happening here. There's fire and water. Actually, we just came out of fire and we're in earth. But what's happening is, with this card, what Spirit's saying is you need to be in flow. You need to allow that fire to burn within you. And as you're flowing, don't get too caught up in the actions of what you're doing, right? Like, don't let yourself get bogged down by the water of the flow in which life is taking you, and don't let it like quench your fire, right? Don't let it like put out your fire. Like, you need that fire within you, so you have to stay afloat ultimately, right? So it's a contrast, it's a dichotomy, but it's this perfect balance that's being matched and found. And so with that, whatever it is that you're navigating, you're moving into a new world. All of you guys, everybody, all the groupings that we're here, we're moving into new spaces, into new places, into a new way of being. We've really kind of stepped into this new version of ourselves, and we're recalibrating to who this version is. Now, if you're going through and having all those assumption symptoms that I talked about at the very beginning, that means you're up leveling, and where it happens last is in the physical body. So you physically may feel all these things, just know that that's your body catching up. And so you're just on the precipice, or right on the other side of like being done with your ascension, and then you get to live in this higher vibrational frequency as this new person in this new reality and dimension. Like, how exciting, how fun. So the Way of the Wanderer, remember this, what's coming through right now is all who wander are not lost, that little saying. So it's like you're wandering right now a little bit, like we all are. We're all like figuring it out because everything is new. We're navigating new territory within our lives. We're navigating new opportunities. We're navigating this new found sense of power and authority within ourselves, our own sovereignty. And we're also navigating all these new things that are coming into our reality, and the bigger picture of what's happening on the collective, right? Which still seems very chaotic. So if you do get my newsletter, you'll see I've been saying this for a while, but the recalibration of everything won't feel harmonized and kind of in a sense of balance where we've kind of struck the right chord and we're all moving forward together until late summer. Okay, so I talk a lot more about this in my newsletter, so sign up for that if you're not signed up. Link is also, you can get there from my website. And then we have the Shadow Realm here. So in order to heal it, in order to get over it, in order to move through it, we actually have to go through, right? This is almost like a sun being, I want to say solstice, eclipsed, and then like a star right in the middle and all these birds around it and like a doorway, right? Like we're navigating into the depths right now. We're navigating into the depths of who we are, of who we want to be, of where we want to be, of how we want to show up in the world. So just know your shadow shit is going to come up. Like we're all scared of something. We all have fears within us. There is parts of us that we have locked away that we don't want to look at, or we haven't even acknowledged that we haven't looked at in so long. We maybe have repressed it. So all that stuff comes up when we move into uncharted territory. So do your best to just move through it, to understand that you have to move into the shadow realm. You have to look at your shadows. You have to look at those dark aspects of yourself and integrate them, because they're all part of you. And once you do, the beauty is you transmute it, and the next thing you know, you're on the other side of it, completely integrated and whole. And not to say that you're unwhole now, but like, we've all got our shit. Okay. So I was just shuffling the moon cards, and we had a few flip over. I'm going to pull those and the one that fell out. So we have, this is the energy you need to kind of be in as we shift into the new year, the first couple weeks of the year. Self-reflection, beginnings, balance, blossoming, and purity. So this is very reminiscent about the groupings that I talked about, right? Purity is the one that flew out. When I think of purity and what I'm getting from this card here, it's more about purity of spirit, of your soul, allowing your soul desires to come up within you and really listening to them, and just allowing the purity of that to come through, and then you claiming and owning that because your soul wants it, even if you don't know how the hell you're going to get it. If you cannot fathom how you're going to achieve that, that doesn't matter. Look at her. She's got a veil over her eyes. It's not for you to see how it's going to be done. It's not for you to know the how. You just have to own it, and you have to claim it. And when you claim it, the purity of spirit and your soul will align it for you and make it come into your reality. It will make it a reality for you. Okay, so that was the only one that flew out. These other ones kind of flipped over as a group. So there was self-reflection. So this is a great day to self-reflect on everything that has happened in 2022, closing out 2022, really having intentionality as you end the year and begin the new one. What is the energy you want to end the year with and you want to step into? Allowing that to really come online, right? Self-reflection. And then we have beginnings, balance, and blossoming. These three really feel like they're going together. As we step into this new beginning of the new year, not only are we finding balance within ourselves, again, her face is covered by a cloud and she's just holding this light. You have to follow your intuition. You're not going to see the way forward with your eyes. You're not going to, it's unbeknownst to your humanness right now where you're going, right? But you're blossoming into something new. You're really stepping into who you're meant to be. And so with this, trust, faith, just knowing that what's coming when you're stepping through into this new year is going to be better than you can imagine. Okay, soul babes, I hope this is helpful. I know this is super last minute, but it just felt good to really do that and share this with you guys. So I hope that was helpful. If you liked this, please follow me, subscribe to my newsletter. I have Patreon. I have all these other ways that you can work with me. But the courses and the programs that I talked about, please check those out and read the sales pages. If it lights something up within you, really sit with that. And even if you don't know how you're going to make the money, if everything in you said yes, if you don't know how you're going to pay for it, if everything in you said yes, by you saying yes to it, and if you have that first payment, making that first payment and knowing that that soul yes, the purity of that soul yes, and you following it, the rest of the money is going to come, babe. It's going to come. and it's going to come in ways you cannot imagine, okay? I love you guys. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Mwah! We'll see you soon. Okay.